Hello everybody, welcome to our fabulous new launch of Flower of the Month, and this one is an adorable tulip. It really is spectacular. Now we are doing our Minecraft studio journey together, and this one is with some of the scene building and our beautiful tulip. Now when we have our Minecraft studio, we have the all of the colorways. So let me click here, double click, look at all this. We get to play with all of this loveliness and all of this colour. Along with, when we go into here, we've got the reflection. So that's what you actually use to download for your dies. And we also have our digi-stamps. Now these are stunning. Okay, so first of all, I thought, well, what can I do with the digi-stamps? And I'll show you in a second where we're kind of going to be going. So for this one, I thought I'll have a go at making some of my own papers, etc., because I've drawn inspiration from a project that somebody has sent in. So I'm going to have a little play with the digi-stamps first of all. So I'm going to bring on the whole tulip. Now, when you lay it on here, it's just like it's been stamped with grey ink, exactly as you would expect a digi-stamp to be. So what I then did was I'm going to click and make that a little bit smaller because I'm actually creating the inside sheet to something. Okay, so this is going to be the inner of something. And I thought I'd actually quite like that to be black and white. Let's work in no colour at all. So then I'm actually going to tile as well. So this was something, I don't know if you saw with the lovely Hannah, so if you click on tile, it changes those boxes on the outside edge. And then, oops, if you click on here, you then, look, it tiles. Oh, my mouse isn't playing very well. Bear with me. There we go. Like so. And then all the way across here, and I thought, how much fun is that? And I'm going to drag it in that they are over the edge. I need that to change. There we go. So it looks like it's actually been cropped from a larger piece of paper, so it's not all neat and prim. Now I know that this piece of paper is going to be inside something, so I want it to double it, but I'm also going to flip and rotate this particular one. So I'm going to right click, I need to copy and I need to paste. So that's given me two of those images. I'm now going to use my little circle, which is my direction, spin it all the way around. Oops, there we go. And when I now come to print that, and I'm going to show you the printed sheet, I will now have, when I fold it in half and I look inside the project, I'm going to have all of my tulips facing in the right direction because I'm going to score along this line, and that is going to be my inside of my project. So that's the first thing that we're doing. So the next one, I need a new page. So I've not deleted that because it's still here, look, still there in the background. So you can have lots of pages open working on a project across the top. So this is page 0. So I'll click on page 1. I've got a nice new sheet of paper. In my head, I'm working with a piece of paper. And I'm now going to build something of a design. But I'm not going to build with the actual full images. I'm going to create something with the smaller pieces, with the actual builder bouquet. So to start off with, I'm going to bring on one of everything. I want one of that, I want one of that, and I want one of that, like so. So those are the 3 flower heads that we're working with. And then as we go down here, I want one of the leaves and one of this leaf. We've got 2 leaves and we've also got a stem. Now I'm not particularly working with the stem, and I'm now going to build myself. So that is going to be in the middle, and I'm now thinking about how I want this arrangement to look. So that's in the middle, that's another one. So I am going to keep the orientation of that one because I quite like it over to on the left. I'm actually going to change that a little bit like so. And then I'm going to bring in the leaves, and I'm just going to spread them out a little bit because what I'm aiming for is I'm going to create a little bit of a posy-esque, almost like it would be a display on a table. So I'm going to copy, right click, copy and paste this leaf. And then I'm going to bring it to this side and I'm going to right click and I want to flip it. No, yes, that's right. And then I'm going to change the orientation. So I've got it going in the other direction. And then I'm going to do the same with my leaf. I'm going to copy and then paste, move it over here. Oops, right click again and flip like so, and then change the orientation. So now I've got them going in the directions that I need them to be, and we can start working with it. So I'm actually going to, oh, I didn't mean to do that, undo button. Copy and paste some of these. Copy, remember to have it highlighted, unlike I've just done. Again, so I'm working in threes. I want 3 of each one. Paste. Paste. Am I not copying first? Did I not do that bit already? I must have missed a step. There we go. Gosh, user error, everybody. Copy, paste, that's 1. Copy and paste, that's 2. Like I say, working with the MCS is actually quite a new thing for me because I'm not really a technical person. I stay away from computers. I'm a bit like Mel, really. It's not my first go-to. So I've now got 3 of everything, but I've only got 2 of these. So I will do more of those when I actually start building. So I'm going to bring in these 2, and this is going to be my foundation and my building foundation. Okay, so we're working from the center out, and I want to keep almost like a mirror image going on. I did copy. Oh, look at all these that I copied. I was clicking the wrong one. Now, this one, I need to send it to the back. So I'm going to send it to the back. Change it a little bit. Again, this one needs sending to the back. So order, send to back. And again, change the orientation a little bit, but that one's going over here. So I'm now mixing them up. So I've got my initial 3. I'm keeping it a little bit symmetrical, but that will all change. And then this one, rotate it a little, and I'm going to make this smaller. Oop, there. Okay, and this is going to go down here, like so. Tuck it in, and that again needs to be sent to the back. Okay, now I'm going to bring these in. So this one, again, I'm going to send that backwards. So order, send to back. This one, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, rotate it slightly, and again, send that one to the back. And bring that in, tuck that in there. And then this one again, rotate it round, tiny little bit smaller, bring it in, and then that one again is going backwards. So I'm now almost as if I'm using these digital images, but I'm tucking in like I would with an actual die, because that's how I have to think of these pieces. I have to use them and work with them as if I'm actually working with dies, because doing the digital format is not my first, it's not that, it's something very new to me. So I'm now going to turn that round and I'm going to have that one tucked underneath, bring in the green. So we need the green tucked in, and I quite like that that sits in there and that sits tucked in there like so. Okay, but I do need to crop that down a little bit. Now that tucks in there beautifully. So again, I need more of this one. Copy, paste, that's my first one. Copy and paste, that's my second one. So I can bring in this leaf, and that's going to sit in here, but it is a little bit big. So let's take it down a little bit and do a little bit of a rotate. Okay, a bit happier with that. And then I'm going to send that one to the back. Centre back. Lovely. And then bring this one in. And again, I'm going to see where it sits first and where it wants to tuck in. So I am going to copy and paste that one. That's the front one, the new one. That one will sit in there. Again, shorten it down, rotate it round. Okay. And then these ones, rotate this round, and I'm going to shorten this down. And when you shorten this particular leaf, can you see it makes it far more curled, as if it is a lot closer. Now, we did do our free scan and cut, free MCS video this month, was all about the orientation and getting depth and dimension and things like that, and what should be at the back, what should be at the front, etc. So again, that one needs to go to the back. Slide that in there, and then I've got my final one. I'm going to send that to the back and bring this in here. Now you can go on to put more of this longer greenery and have more fronds around the outside edge, but that is roundabout where I went with what the project is. So those are the two of the elements that I actually built. So let's go to the project and see the printed pieces. So what I did was, that is the black and white inside paper, and this is the piece that we've just done. Now let's just quickly go back, because as you can see it's in black and white. So if I go back to the computer and then click, highlight everything, and I'm going to group. So that is now one piece, so I can move that, okay? Then over here in effects, I can take out all of the colour. So it's just playing with this. I can take all that green wasn't grouped in, so take it all the way out and take all the saturation out, so you end up with a beautiful black and white image. So that was what I was wanting to do. I wanted just to work with the grayscale, okay? So that's how I did that. So I took out all of the actual saturation. So I ended up with this lovely black and white image, which is what I have here. So remember when I copied it and spun that one round, so I've now got one right way, one upside down. So when I now fold this, when you look inside, my tulips are the right way up, okay? So I did exactly the same with this piece. Made it fit, so all I've done is dragged it out and made it bigger. Then I've copied it and then I've spun it around. So when this is then scored and folded, when I have it like this, my project is the same way up. And before I actually doubled it up, that smaller one that we've just made on the screen, I left it at the top of the page and just printed it off. So all of my pieces are all in grayscale. Then, in addition to that, I made a tiny little topper, and it's super quick, super cute. It's just the 3 pieces and 3 pieces of green overlapped. That's all that is, and you can drag and drop on. So it's very similar to what we've done to create the black and white. It's just that there are lesser pieces and I've kept the colour. So let's make the little project. Now this is where I've got my inspiration from. So I opened this up and I thought, that is really lovely. I just love that. I'm not sure who in our DT did this, but it was the fact that it was a bag. And I thought how different a project you can actually create and still use in Minecraft Studio. So I was a little bit nervous when I started on this digital crafting, and I thought, how can I actually work with it? Because at the end, I like a full project. I like the whole thing. So here's the piece where I had one the right way and one upside down. I scored it in the middle. That is now my base. Then the other one is now going to be the topper. So I've scored it, and I don't mind that I've got a piece missing, and I've made a little tab. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, is adjoin my 2 tabs, like so. I'm just going to butt that up to the edge of the other one, like that, and fold that tab down. I'm happy with that, where that is. This is my inside, like this, which is going to sit in here. So then when we open this, I've got a lovely patterned inside. So again, a little bit of wet glue. You would take a lot more time over this. So what I'm going to do is, glasses on, because white on white washes out and I can't see. Oh, there we go. There's my score line. So now it's the start of my little bag. So that comes up, that folds down over the top, okay? And then I've made myself some kinetic little sides for this. Oops. These are going to sit one on this edge, like this. And then I've got another one that's then going to go on the opposite side. Oops. Like that. And now I'm just going to support these, so I don't want them. What I don't want to happen to this is that when I close it, it goes like that. So I'm going to support those as I push that closed. And now I've got this lovely bag that closes, but then to add that little bit of spot of colour back in, I'm going to put a little closure or a Velcro or hook and high on here, and I'm going to bring that spot of colour back in on this. You could close it by having, do you remember the envelopes that you used to get in offices that had got the string and you did a figure of 8? You could put 2 of these on and wrap round as a figure of 8. But that is just a fabulous way of using Minecraft Studio as a digital element, but then you're creating something that's very 3D. So maybe you're creating a little book like this to keep your ephemeras and things in. Maybe you're creating and keeping your lovely toppers that you're creating for Minecraft Studio. Or maybe this is a lovely little gift carton to put in your for something for you know, a keepsake or something like that. Or sliding dividers and have it as a full little folder for your backing papers that you make in Minecraft Studio. So there's lots of ways of then going on to use this. So that is a little bit of inspiration on Minecraft Studio, creating in just black and white and then bringing in that pop of colour, making something that's inside your backing paper and outside. So I hope you enjoyed coming along and having that little bit of inspiration. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, like and share, and we'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.
If you want to see more from Highlight Crafts, make sure you click the like button, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below, and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all of our future content. You can also click here to see our latest video, or click here to see more videos like this one.